Come on over the door. Better state your full name for the judge.
Roy Herrera?
Okay, Mr. Herrera.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Do you have a middle name?
No, sir.
Okay. You still live on Cluson Circle in Harris or Houston, Harris, Texas?
Yes, sir.
What is the zip code there?
77015.
015?
Yeah, 77015.
Thank you. Do you have an email address?
No, sir.
Okay. Your phone number ends in 2559?
2259.
2259, okay. Thank you. All right, the state is alleging 5 charges against you. All of them are felony charges. First is narcotic drug possession or use. The second is narcotic drug possession for sale. The third is narcotic drug trafficking. The fourth is drug paraphernalia possession or use. And the final charge is criminal street gang participation. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on August 20th at 3 o'clock p.m. The preliminary hearing is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with those crimes. If there is probable cause, your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If there's not probable cause, then one or all of those felonies can be dismissed. They have 2 ways to determine the probable cause. One is by appearing in court on that date that I've told you. The second is if they take the case in front of a grand jury. If they do take the case in front of a grand jury, you'll be notified of that and you will not have to appear in court regarding that preliminary hearing. Your release conditions are as follows. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately if your address changes. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission from the court. I understand that you reside in Texas, but you still need to get permission before leaving the state. Do not
Yes,
possess
sir.
or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and do not possess any firearms. Since these are felony allegations, if you're convicted, you could become a prohibited possessor. I'm placing a $20,000 cash-only bond on you, so you'll be held in custody on that bond. Being that you're held in custody, you have the right to a court-appointed attorney if you cannot afford to hire one. Can you afford to hire a court-appointed attorney?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, so you can't afford to hire your own attorney, correct?
I mean, I can at the moment, but as soon as I get out, I could. Excuse me.
Okay, so but currently you're not able to hire your own attorney?
No, sir.
All right, so let me ask you some questions regarding your finances to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney. I need to administer an oath if you'd raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to tell the court the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth regarding your finances?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, what is your marital status? Single, married, partnered, separated, or divorced?
I'm single.
How many other people do you financially support?
2 kids.
What's the ages and gender of those children?
There are 2 little girls, and they're 4 years old and 6 years old.
Do they live in the same household as you?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have a job?
I do single, like, construction work under the table.
Okay. It's kind of for yourself then?
Yes, sir. Do I qualify for I don't know what they call it, a OR bond or something like that?
We're not to that point yet. I already informed you that you have a bond of $20,000. You're held in custody on $20,000.
So that's to pay 10%?
No, it's not bail bonds eligible. It's cash. So regarding your job, how much do you make per month on an average, would you say?
Ugh. I mean, well, lately I ain't been making nothing.
Okay. Over the last year, if you had to look back 12 months, what do you think the average monthly would be?
Like, not even $5,000, man. The storms and everything down there in Texas, man, it's been hard to find work.
So you think maybe on an average couple of thousand, 2,000 a month then to lower that?
Yes, sir. So I have to pay the $20,000 in full to get out?
Correct. And then if you don't, then if they, I'll explain to you the complaint process. Since that you're held in custody, well, let me get through this process because you're asking questions like starting the alphabet at M instead of we're on B. So let me get you a few more questions here. All right. Do you receive any income from federal government-assisted programs?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you own a house?
No, sir.
Do you have any bank or retirement accounts?
No, sir.
Okay. How about outstanding loans?
No, sir.
Do you know what your monthly expenses are?
Well, right now I'm living with my parents.
Okay. Do they charge you any rent or anything, or do you have a cell phone or food?
No, sir. They don't. They're helping me out.
Okay. All right. The court, with that information, finds that you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney. And what will happen is, since you're held in custody on that bond, the county attorney has 48 hours to file a formal complaint on you, not counting weekends and holidays. If they fail to file that complaint within the 48 hours, then you'll be released on your own recognizance and will not have to post bond. If they do file that complaint, your attorney will be assigned to the case at that time and speak to you about your case and look at the bond. Now, if they don't file it and you're released, they do have up to 7 years from the date of your arrest to file the case against you. You understand that now, sir?
Who has to file the complaint?
The county attorney, which is the prosecutor for the state.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You said they got 72 hours?
48 hours, not counting weekends and holidays. So we're on a weekend now, so they got till Tuesday. Okay, and if they don't do that, then you'll be released on your own recognizance. You will not have to post bond. The case still can be filed up to 7 years from the date of your arrest. Once they do that, then they'll review your appointment of an attorney at that time if the case does file. If they do file it within the 48 hours, then you're remaining in custody. Your attorney will talk to you and request a bond review if they see that that's necessary, but your case will transfer over to the Superior Court if that complaint files, okay?
So what's the Superior Court?
It's just a different court that handles the felony cases from after the initial appearance. This court handles the initial appearances and the preliminary hearings.
So they're going to transfer me?
Well, it could transfer if the complaint files, yes. All right, sir?
When can I use the phone?
Talk to the detention staff about that.
We'll talk to you about it.
All right.
All right, sir.
So
That'll be
my bond is $20,000 to be paid in full.
correct. Okay, that'll be all, sir.
Can you grab that device? It's on top of the paper towels. That's all right.
Laura.